Hey, this is your intro post for the GymBed July. I'm sorry about this setup. This is not the way I had intended it, but it's got really late today, and my bed is occupied right now by my boy. He passed out watching a movie, I think, on his phone, and it's so late. I'm just not going to move him. So for the rest of this post, you could actually just listen to it versus watching, because I can't show you what I wanted to show you, which is something I'm calling the full contact scan. Before we get into that, an overview of the month that I had written a little bit, talked a little bit about it before. Basically, we're going to use the gym bed as a way to spend a little bit more intentional time in bed working on your flexibility, mobility, some exercises, and the overarching reason for that is not only because we can, and because it's always good to have this sort of slow wake up instead of jumping up out of bed, so to get your blood flowing, or to get in bed even if you're not sleepy in for nighttime sleep, but that you could get in bed and wind down right into your sleep. So, and then above that, the reason is that we have this idea of sacred space, right? So sometimes people actually have a physical space, however small. Sometimes it's just representative, with an object, if you don't have your own sacred space available to you. But the gym, for me, literally is my sacred space. And I think for a lot of people, as well as for me, the bed can and should be a sacred space. So, your place of rest, comfort, intimacy, relaxation, whether it's reading or watching, Netflix, whatever is representative of rest to you. And of course, there's other ways of resting outside of the bed. However, whatever we consider rest will be different for from person to person, depending on your level of energy and activity. So, but definitely we have this idea of rest, including sleep, but not necessarily only sleep, right? So sometimes it's rest that actually is subsumes sleep, or napping, that actually will give us the the reprieve and the energy and the repair that sleep is supposed to do for us as well, but in a shorter amount of time. Okay. The idea of a sacred space as well is pretty important. If you don't have the actual room or space in order to have a physical sacred space, then the bed could definitely be your sacred space, right? So we have our like I said, intimacies, our comfort, our rest, and everything rolled into this, bed, however big your bed is. Now, whether you share your bed, with a partner, or not, there are still ways that we can do the exercises. Maybe not all of them for you if you don't have the room, but there's, definitely times when we have like half a bed or part of the bed that we could still throw in something. All right, so that is the what the month is going to be about. Today I want to actually start off with a introduction of what I'm going to call the full contact body scan. So the biggest advantage of laying down in bed, for related to sort of an exercise, is that the bed, compared to a hard floor, is able to have full contact with whatever, our whole body, right? Because of the weight of the body. So um, we're able to do instead of having just a tactile cue, which the full contact is, but it's for your whole body, right? So the tactile cue, which I'm a big, proponent of when we're working out in the gym, is serves us to make that mind-body connection to sense that we are activating the correct set of muscles. So same thing for full contact. We're going to do a body scan in which we're going to use the pressure feedback of this full contact of the mattress on your body to use that for your body scan, right? So if you're laying down, and then you could sort of uh, consciously or conscientiously um, squeeze, or activate the body part from head to toe. So start with your shoulder blades, pressing down, and then you'll feel your lats engage, your anterior serratus engage. You'll feel um, all the way to the the back side of your ribs, press down, and then you could press down on your lower back, and that should activate your abs, your glutes. Then you could practice activating your hamstrings. See what it feels like if you're sort of locking that knee out and getting the back of that knee to have full contact with the bed, and then your calves and your heels. And then you could also do this on the flip side on your stomach, right? So you have if you want to focus on your clavicle, the pressure of your clavicle, and how that will also engage your shoulders when you press into that clavicle. Then your rib cage once again on the front side, and you'll be able to connect with how your breathing, the movement of your diaphragm, will also affect the sensations around the ribs. Okay, then the two bony parts of your pelvis, if you press that onto the bed, okay, again you'll feel glute engagement, your hamstrings kick in. Okay, and then activate or squeeze your thighs against the bed, and your knees, and then the top of your feet. Okay, so it's just a really simple but effective way to figure out and make that mind-body connection of when something is being activated and how something else might be activated surrounding that, as due to the pressure. All right, so this is a really good way to just sort of it's like meditative, right? Also will get your blood flowing, so it's a good thing to do when you are in bed trying to get up, right? So it gives you a reason to stay in bed with purpose. All right, give it a go.